Hey, what's up, guys? It's Bigfatjerk again here, and today we're going to talk about Alar, first boss in Tempest Keep. Starting off with trash real quick, because some of this trash is pretty nasty here. You have 10 trash pulls. The first three out of the 10 trash pulls are super deadly. It's these 6 packs you see over here. They're a combination of multiple different types of mobs. Legionnaires, Vindicators, Scryers, mages, fire mages, and the Legionnaires are nasty. They whirlwind, they cleave. The mages do a Starfire AoE ability, but the mages are CCable. They're called Star Scryers. The Vindicators are like Holy Paladins. They Hodge, they cleanse, they heal. Heals uninterruptible. The Fire mages have a Spell Steal shield, but they put it right back up. So uh, and there's also like a warder, which is kind of like a mini holy pally as well. He doesn't cleanse, but he heals. So there's like a variety of 6 different types of mobs that you can get. I've always seen a legionnaire, 2 legionnaires in each pack, and and sometimes a vindicator. Most of the time a vindicator, but the legionnaires is what you want to kill first, guys. Generally, what we do is, the star criers, the mages are CCable. Couple of these mobs, not all the mobs are CCable, so you definitely want to use sap and sheep whenever possible on these mobs, and try to limit instead of taking 6 mobs at a time, try to limit them to like 4 mobs. After that first pull, there is a pat that pats all the way to the door. So important thing to do before you do the first pull, know where that pat is, right? The pat, same thing, very dangerous to melee. A lot of cleave, a lot of whirlwinds. Other than that, just stay at max range and kill them. The pat's not too bad. The nastiest trash is those. There's 3 packs of those 6-man pulls. Once you get down this hallway, you're gonna come into Alar's room, and you're gonna see there's 6 pulls inside Alar's room. So down this hallway, there's 4 pulls. There's 3 of those 6 packs and 1 roaming pat of 3 mobs. So after you kill those 4 pulls, you're gonna come into Alar's room, and you see us. We're at the end of the tunnel right now, and the hunter is going to line of sight. Basically, what it is it's a 3 tank pull. You have your prop palette, pick up all those little hatchlings, tank him outside the raid, focus down skull and first, which are your hatchers. They're super annoying to LOS. Over here, we're LOSing back to the second doorway. But this might not be, they have very little HP. Look how fast they die. They die in seconds. It might just be better to LOS them at the front doorway rather than, because sometimes these guys, they shoot through walls and everything. It's so hard to LOS these guys. Um, the hatchings over here, right? You see myself getting knocked back every few seconds, right? That's what they do. They don't do any damage or anything like that. They don't hit hard, but they just have this really annoying ability where it just knocks back anyone in melee range. So there's 2 of these pulls inside Alara's room on the bottom floor. So that's pull number 5 and 6. And then pull number 7 through 10, the last 4 are these 4 big hawks, excuse me, that pattern on. They're all single pull. They're all single pulls, and you want to treat them just like the layer brutes and gruels, right? They do a nasty charge that one shots anybody. So what we're doing over here is I'm tanking them with my back against the wall because they do a knockback too, and the entire raid stacks up on the butt of this hawk, and then we have our off tank staying out at outside at max range from the raid to eat the charge. But the only thing is, their charge timer starts as soon as you pull them. So you want to stack on them as soon as possible. All right, guys, moving right on to Alar. Moving right on to Alar. Two-phase fight. Two-phase fight. First phase, he's in the air. Second phase, he's on the ground. So if you take a look over here, you have these 6 yellow dots. These dots correspond to 6 platforms that's over there. Okay, so you basically have 4 tanks. This is a 4 tank fight. 3 tanks take 2 each on platforms. So, for example, top left, that's where I'm going to be. My responsibility is platforms 1 and 2. Another tank has 3 and 4. Another tank has 5 and 6. The range stack up on together healers and range DPS, and you just move around the boss. And in the southern portion of the image, you see we have a prop paladin who just tanks all the ads. Okay, so here I am on platform 1, getting ready for the boss. You see all the range DPS and healers as one little ball over there, and they're just going to rotate from each platform to platform wherever the boss moves to. Big thing here, range DPS, you don't have to worry about threat. The boss is never going to come down stairs in phase one. He's just always going to be at each platform. Anytime there is no melee on the boss on a platform, he's going to do a flame buffet for about 15 to 1700 damage on the raid. So the max flame buffet stacks you ever want to take is 2. All right, and you will take flame buffet stacks. There's no way to avoid it. You will take flame buffet stacks. Just have to do your best to mitigate it, and you never want to take more than 2. So right here, I'm tanking. You see I'm tanking on the edge of the platform and not inside. Always be on the edge as a tank so that you're in range of heals, okay? And then I'm just holding threat, DPS and boss, and over here in about a couple of seconds, he's going to move to another platform. So there you go. Right now you see the boss, he just moves to platform 6. My responsibility is platform 1 and 2, so I'm going to go stand in the middle of platform 1 and 2 because it's completely random. It's at the start of the fight, he's always going to go to platform 1. He's always going to go to platform 1. After that, it's completely random which platform he goes to. So if you're tanking 2 platforms, you always want to be in the middle of those platforms so that you have the shortest distance to run because you're never going to know which platform it goes to. Another ability that he does is he does an ability called Quills, right? Quills is an ability where he flies into the center of the room. He flies up and he does an ability which will basically one shot or kill anybody who's up on the platforms. If you're on the ground level, you're perfectly safe and you take no damage. See, I actually messed up over here. Every time a boss comes from a platform, the tank should taunt, right? The tank should taunt so that you are top of the threat meter. This boss is tauntable in both phase 1 and phase 2. I kind of messed up over there and I let the melee die. Yeah, so you should always taunt. That should be your first UCD as a tank when a boss comes to your platform, so you're back on top of threat. In this attempt, we did not have the boss do quills. He just went from platform to platform for us. It's complete RNG. So you see over here, I'm tanking platform 1. He ran over to platform 2. We're going to take 2 stacks of flame buffet, right? Because it takes me that long to get over to the to the boss. And look, right, always position yourselves at the edge of the platform. That little gold trim is a good indication that you're at the edge of the platform as a tank and you know you're going to get heals. And that's pretty much it for phase 1, right? Don't die to krills. Tanks be at your platforms to pick up the boss as soon as possible. Keep tanks alive, and that's it. So this time he goes over to platform 3, and I'm going to go right back and be set in the middle of platform 1 and 2 because I don't know where he's going to go next. After Quills, he's either going to go to platform 1 or platform 4. So in this attempt, once again, we didn't see Quills, but when you do see Quills, right, platform 1 tank and platform 4 tank should know that, hey, it's a 50% chance. He's either going to go to platform 1 or platform 4. He's never going to go to 2, 3, 5, or 6 after Quills. A good indication of whether he's doing quills or not is whether he's flying up or lateral. You just saw him flying kind of like lateral, just straight along the horizon from platform to platform. That's when you know he's just swapping platforms. When you see him actually shoot up vertically into the air, that's when you know that quills is coming. And you don't have a lot of time to jump down, all right? So you should make sure to jump down right away when you see quills. Also, when the boss dies in phase 1, he's going to do an explosion. So melee do not want to be there. It hits the tanks for about 7k. And tanks want to position themselves so they get knocked towards the raid and not away from the raid. It's a 7,000 explosion and he does a knockback. The reason you want to get knocked towards the raid is because phase 2, right? Transition to phase 2. Phase 2 is all on the ground. Phase 2 is all on the ground. You see the entire raid stack up. You see the prop paladin holding all the ads from phase 1. Just completely disregard ads. Don't even worry about ads this phase. So you saw right there the boss spawned. He did a little mini whirlwind with a fire explosion around him, right? So every time the boss spawns like that, he's going to do an explosion in phase 2, right? So every time. So basically, this is a 3 tank fight now in phase 2. You have 2 tanks on the boss, and then obviously you still have your prop paladin holding the ads. Make sure that prop paladin, you can see over there, back left of the boss, he's holding the ads close by the healers, so he has healers. Take a look at our range DPS and healers. They're forming a nice little semicircle around the boss. As you can see over there, that pet just died to a circle flame. This ability right here that's happening is dive bomb. Every so often the boss is going to go into the air and he's going to do a dive bomb meteor onto the entire raid. Everyone collapses on the main tank. As soon as he collapse, as soon as dive bomb occurs, everyone wants to back out so that you don't get hit by that knockback. All right, especially the tanks do not want to get hit by that knockback because it will knock you back really far, and then you're not going to be able to get the boss. Someone's going to pull it right off you. It's a two tank boss fight because he does an ability called Molten Armor. Every so often, he may put an ability called Molten Armor on the tank, which reduces your armor by 80%. You see it right there, Melt Armor and Silver Maple. Now I'm going to taunt the boss off. When you have Molten Armor on you, you go from taking like 5k damage to like 9k damage per hit. So that's definitely unhealable. So just make sure that you have your second taunt off. Second tank taunt off. So right now, once again, dive bomb is about to happen. We're all stacking up in the middle. We're all communicating where we're going to go after dive bomb. You don't want to spread out. You want to move as a raid so that everyone's within raid heals. And now we're going to talk an ability called a charge ability, right? So this boss does have a charge ability. So I'm going to slow it down over here, right? It's dive bomb plus charge. He may or may not charge after every dive bomb, but his charge is absolutely broken. So I'm number one on threat right now. Hancock is like about 40k below threat of me. He's going to get charged and he's gonna get hit by the boss. Okay, so it's just a broken mechanic right now, guys. Like the boss is gonna charge and he's gonna melee somebody, so there's just no way to survive. You're just gonna die. I don't know when they're gonna fix that, if they're gonna fix it ever. But just know that every time you take a charge, the boss isn't supposed to melee, but he does melee their ranged DPS, and you just eat it and you die and you move on. Nothing else to do, right? Avoid the fire on the ground. Avoid the fire on the ground, right? Pretty simple to say. That's what kills a lot of people on this, right? Is not stacking and dying to fire. So this dive bomb over here, I think there's someone who didn't stack. So we're all stacking on star. We're all stacking on star. We're waiting for dive bomb, and I think the boss doesn't land on us. Yep, you see the boss didn't land on us because someone didn't stack, and it just so happens that he got hit by dive bomb, he got one shot, and then we bring the boss. So you see over here, Hunter's dropping snake traps. Snake traps are good because if you can drop a snake trap on the boss before dive bomb happens, that's just even more adds to take that dive bomb damage, right? Dive bomb is like that meteor from those heroic arc guys, where the more people within underneath the boss when dive bomb happens, the less damage you take. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much the entire Alar fight, right? Stay out of fire, stack up for dive bomb. Nothing you can do against that charge ability. Tanks ton off each other for molten armor, and that's it, guys. Super long fight, right? This I think this attempt took us like 11. This was an 11-minute kill for us. So it's a super long fight. I'm gonna speed it up here just in the end because it's just rinse and repeat after that, right? Stay out of fire. Tanks taunt off each other. Uh, Stack up for die bomb. Be near your healers, right? Stay as a group. Always make that good semicircle around the boss. And that's pretty much it. Don't pull threat. And you're good to go. And I'll just let the rest of this video play out. Um, yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to drop a spreadsheet of SSC and TK trash mobs that I found on Google. It's a pretty helpful spreadsheet. It's not complete yet, but I thought it was pretty helpful, especially for trash mobs. So I'll drop that into the description portion of YouTube over here. But yeah, if you like this video, guys, subscribe. I'm going to keep dropping more videos, especially as SSC and TK goes live here on September 15th. I'll continue to drop videos. But thanks a lot for your support. Hope you enjoyed this. If you guys want more helpful videos, just write in the comments section. I'll try to get out the videos as I can. But thanks a lot for watching, guys, and good luck to you and your guild or raid team in phase 2.